The O'Moore men arrived at Antrim keen to improve on their previous performance against Kildare, but Wicklow didn't make it an easy day at the office for them. Laois started the much stronger of the two and were 1-3 to a point up after just 11 minutes, thanks to a goal from the impressive Gary Walsh, who totted up 1-3 in the opening half. On-target shots from Donny Kingston, David Conway, Colin Begley and John O'Loughlin, coupled with some wayward shooting from Wicklow, meant that the visitors went in at the break, 1-8 to 5 points. The second half continued much the same as the first. Again, Laois were quick off the mark, Donny Kingston opening their second half account. Soon Laois were 8 points ahead, with Trevor Collins making his presence felt. Even after losing their captain to a black card in the 41st minute, Peter Creedon's team looked to be cruising to a comfortable victory. Substitute John McGrath was a big influence for the Garden County. Unlucky here, but Johnny McGee's men proceeded to hit 4 out of 6 points to narrow the gap to 6, before Paul Cunningham's effort in the 52nd minute briefly closed it down to 3. Laois responded well, finding 2 points. And after a long ball, Donny Kingston netted a second goal for the O'Moores in the 60th minute. Laois went on to lead by 9 for most of the last 10 minutes. Enough in most circumstances to finish a game, but Wicklow, outscoring their opponents 3-6 to 1-8 in the second half, made Laois earn it, when substitute Paddy Byrne got past Brian Brodie. And within a minute, another goal from corner forward Paul Cunningham. Laois were lucky to just about hold on to their 3-point lead, surviving Antrim 2-16 to 3-10.
Good, to be honest with you. We went for it, and you know, we nearly got it over the line. We created 7 goal opportunities, and we took 3. You know, so just we had been a little bit more clinical and with the opportunities that did come about. You know, we could have the opportunity to win the game. You know.
Actually, look, we were comfortable enough. I think we stretched it to 10 or 11, and they got 2 very quick goals, and you know, the second one was exceptionally soft, and you know, that's the way it goes. And you know, we'd be disappointed that we hadn't that game really killed and put to bed. And you know, when we're 11 points up, we should be trying to stretch it to 14, but that didn't happen. But look, at least we're still in the championship pot.
After respective defeats to Mayo and Donegal in their previous games, Sligo and Antrim knew they couldn't afford any more slip-ups in the championship. There was little to separate them for much of the first half, with Conor Murray's point to the first from play and a left at a point apiece. Sligo lost Owen McHugh through injury in the opening half, but before going off, the defender popped up with a score as they stayed in the game despite a sluggish start. Neither side could manage to take a firm grip of the game as it headed towards the interval. Patrick O'Connor's point for Sligo pushed them ahead by a point. After Murray had equalised for Antrim, O'Connor was on the mark again, scoring this time off his left foot. It meant Sligo went in at half-time, leading by 7 points to 6. Antrim were the quickest out of the blocks when play resumed and were awarded a penalty as Owen Gallagher hit the ground under a challenge from Keelan Cawley. CJ McGorty made no mistake with the penalty to push them 2 points clear. But the Ulster side's hopes of building on their advantage were not helped after Jack Dowling flattened Mark Breheny. Dowling received a straight red card from referee Fergal Kelly, and his game was over. Despite being a man down, Antrim pushed on and grabbed a second goal. Matthew Fitzpatrick ended his run by lifting the ball over goalkeeper Aidan Devaney, and Antrim are now 4 points clear. However, Sligo hit a purple patch to take control. They had 12 unanswered points in 24 minutes, with this the last of them from Stephen Cohen, who had 8 in total in the second half. Antrim were 8 points down at this stage, but they had a late goal through Paddy McBride. The Sligo defence was breached again as the Glens men plundered a late goal. But it proved to be of little consolation for Antrim, as Sligo had done enough to secure the win with 6 points to spare. They go into the draw for the next round after emerging victorious by 22 points to 3-7.
I would have taken a 6-point victory coming into this game, so very happy with the performance. A little bit disappointed to concede the 3 goals, but you know, when you kick 22 points, you'd be very happy.
We cut Sligo open, you know, an awful lot of the time. And in the second half, we got the penalty that was put away, and obviously we got the goal shot off the sending off.
Yeah, 22 points, big score, Pat, for Sligo. And you had been critical of their attacking shape when they played Mayo.
I was particularly critical of them in the first half against Mayo, where they set up completely defensively, brought the bodies back, despite the fact that they were aided by a strong wind. Now, systems must be adapted to the conditions, and on the day, they should have pushed bodies forward. So they've certainly learned. The key for any team is to get that balance.